And during the Bhavasamadhi darshan, the whole burning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform all of our lives.
Neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. So the entire body can silently and without moving receive what is happening elsewhere through a process of direct observation, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar.
And the Akashic readings is not a prediction, but are readings from the where creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In the dimension, there is no past, no present, and no future. That is why what you called as happening and yet to happen is clearly already recorded.
So now, let us understand who is the Supreme Consciousness, who is manifesting Devi Parashakti for each and every one of us.
So the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, his divine, is the reviver of Kailasa, a in Hindu civilization nation, and the supreme pontiff's predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. And the supreme pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based activities a lifestyle for humanity.
And Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kanchi Kailasa Sarvadevitam, is the incumbent emperor of the Suryavanshi Samrajam, is the Pandaleshwara of the Mahanirvani Akhada, the largest apex monastic order.
And the supreme point of Hinduism is also the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of Dharmamukti Swargapuramadinam, and is elected as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000.
As a teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched, and has authored over 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, and has over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, when over 10,000 hours of discourse delivered. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has enriched and enriched over 1 billion lives digitally, and is the foremost respected commentator of all sacred scriptures.
And the supreme pontiff of Hinduism is also honored as a leader of Hinduism, the most awarded and recognized Hindu leader, the reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Rudrakanyas and Rudras, Rishis and Rishikas, Bhairavas and Bhairavis, and Sannyas, and is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailasas Nithyananda Hindu University, in the world with 55 of over 170 pitas, and is the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million Pali scriptures, and over 20 million. And as we said before, the supreme point of Hinduism is and much more. Now, with that, we will now be entering into the next segment of this program where all of us will be seeing the live demonstration of the extraordinary manifestation, the manifestation of the extraordinary. We'll be demonstrating and sharing with all of you the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And in today's Bhavasamadhi darshan, all of you will also be receiving the initiation into these extraordinary Shaktis and into the powers of their life with the grace and blessings of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And all of you will be manifesting the following powers of third eye, which is seeing with eyes blindfolded, and also the like body scanning, remote vision, the power of levitation, metallization, teleportation, and much more. Now, some of you might be wondering where third eye is located and how it works. So, just as you would with your 2 eyes. Now let us understand more about what exactly are Shaktis, what are these Shaktis that we are speaking about, what is their source and how they manifest. So in the Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals an elaborate elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. And manifesting powers are described as a system, a method, and a science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. And the Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are a divine and you need to manifest the divine, not that you are a man. Now, many of you might have heard the term Siddhis as a very common term used for any type of external manifestation. The difference between Shaktis and Siddhis. You might think they are the same, but they are actually not the same. The Guru. And are a source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment. And the Shaktis of manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation by the avatar and are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from enlightenment. And the source of all these Shaktis, Paramashiva, is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. And as the fundamental base of Akashic, of Shrishti, which is creation, Sthiti, which is sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, which is rejuvenation, Throbhava, which is pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, which is liberating grace for all living entities. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization nation, and the great cosmic borderless Indonesia. So ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been a cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. And it was where the science of enlightenment and powers was lived and taught as a well. And for the first time in modern day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving these. And here you can all now see the lineage of gurus. And this is how, through initiation by enlightened gurus, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age by his gurus, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of our manifestation from disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yoga powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, Bhakti Yoga, Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham, and much more. And you can all also see all the various enlightened beings, all the enlightened beings and gurus of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. You can see Mataji, Vivekananda Puri, Pundi Migal, Annamalai Swami, and many more. How we can awaken these divine Shaktis in us. How beautifully says that every
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Science of power manifestation is authenticated through four aspects of evidences or pramanas, as said in Sanskrit. So the first is the Shastra Pramana, which is the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. And then the next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and results of Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, where the Vedic rishis have time tested and verified the sciences. And the next is the Atma Pramana, which is an account from the life of the Supreme Point of Hinduism, this millennium's avatar's personal experience with the power manifestation. And then the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. Now, some of you wondering what exactly are these Vedas and Agamas in which Paramashiva has described all of these sciences in elaborate detail. So the Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus and are pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. And the Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology and applied sciences are. And the Vedas and Agamas, the Veda-Agamas, are given the status of Shuddha as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate. So now, let us all get ready to witness a very unique and very exciting demonstration of the powers of third eye. After we go through the pramanas for the power of third eye, which is seen with eyes blindfolded. So the Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye comes from the Vijnana Vaidava Tantra. Kapalantar manonyasya militalo. This verse is by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any moving, the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. The Apta Pramana, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye during the revelation of the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavan Krishna power of third eye, so Arjuna can behold Krishna's Vishwarupa darshan. Drashtu anenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashya me yogamaishwar. These physical eyes of yours, therefore I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So this comes from the level. It's completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. And the next, the Atma Pramana for this power in Swami's own words, he beautifully says, the first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360-degree, 10 directions. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel and experience all of that as me. And the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experiment. So here you can see study measures where when doing daily activities, there is high activity measured in the brain where the third eye is located. And when in deep samadhi state, the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. And this was done using a positron emission tomography. And the next is the Sakshi Pramana of third eye awakening. This being incarnation of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism, embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all the bounds of time, space, and matter. And he is gifting this pure and great science of third eye awakening, along with many other spiritual sciences through initiations to millions of people. And everyone who has witnessed who have been initiated into these powers have actually witnessed the extraordinary manifestation and results in their day-to-day life. So now, let us all get ready to witness a very unique and very exciting demonstration of the powers of third eye. Yes. So now let us get into the live Sakshi Pramana of the powers of third eye. So here with me, I have this eye band, which in front of light enter around the eyes. And my eyes will sit into these two sockets over here. And it will also be covering the bridge of the nose, the eye band. And this eye band is actually certified by ophthalmologists, and it is usually given to people who are suffering from insomnia so they can have better sleep. So this eye band will be covering and blocking all the light, and it's usually said that without light one cannot see. So this eye band will be put on my eyes. And once that is done, any of you watching us live on YouTube, you can put your comments in the live YouTube comment section. You can put anything that you would like me to read. And now a volunteer will be putting on this eye band on my eyes. Yes, so now the eye band has been put to my no gaps anywhere around. Section will be projected in front of me. Comments now. We will be projecting the comments. The comments in front of me, and we'll also be projecting it for all of you. Anything that you would like to read, it can be a sequence of emojis, numbers, letters, words, anything. So yes, Ma, we already have quite a few comments. We have a comment from Sulaim Goilaumi, who has put hi and then a YouTube emoji and then a loading emoji, and so it's like a white box and then something is there inside it. And Ma Stephanie Gators has put a heart emoji with hello Ma, and then a heart emoji, then she has typed hello Ma, and then a smiley emoji with its eyes closed, and then namaskar. And Ma Celine has now given a contribution to Kailasa of 1 CHF. Thank you, Ma, for your contribution to Kailasa. And above Ma Celine's comment, we actually have a comment from Stephanie Dieters, who has put a sad emoji and says, I and Co are making big censures and deletions everywhere now. To allow that, Vasanta Vidya Current has put gratitude to Amma Parashakti, bless me to manifest health, wealth, completion with relationships and healing power. And above that, she has put Parashakti. And yes, there are many more comments. And now the latest comment is from Ma Nitya Kshipra Prasad Nikananda, who has put baby emoji, smiley emoji, which is a smaller emoji than everything else that it's wearing, and there are two highs like that. And Ma Puja, and after that there's emoji which has a with its hand, and then Ma Puja Kumar now has put a comment, sequence of emoji with many fruits. So she has put blue. Yes, so you can all put any other comments also that you would like. It can be anything. Yes, now we have another comment from Aslin, who has put me Guston last plan test, which is in a different language, I guess Spanish or French. And after that, she has put a sapling emoji. It has two leaves, and then there's mud, and it's like a small sapling which has two leaves. And maybe Masalan, and anyone else also, if you would like to put anything, you can put emojis, numbers, letters, words, sentences that don't make sense at all, or a proper sentence. And you can also put different languages, just like how Masalanji has now put a different language. Even all of you can put various languages. Yes, Masalan has gone back saying yes, it's Spanish, and then two hands like that, an emoji with two hands like that. Of body scanning. Okay, so now let us get into the next power, the power of body scanning. Now the IBAN will be removed. I request the volunteer to now remove the IBAN. And all of you can see as the IBAN is being removed. And now we will be moving to the next power, the power of body scanning. Yes, so let us get into the next power, the power of. So, for those of you who might be joining us newly now, the power of body scanning is where one awakens to whether it's physical, mental, or emotional. The part is that we can scan and provide solutions through the awakened third eye. In the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Swadehe vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha tatvani yani nilayam dhyatva jyate para. And the translation for this that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body or of the whole universe simultaneously consist of the six, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi Adi Shakti, is revealed, and supreme power manifestation happens. And the next is the Apta Pramana, which comes from the life of a Siddha whose name is Tereya. So Thereya was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agastya. And one day a man suddenly comes to Agastya for healing. Agastya then uses the power of body scanning and reveals that there is a small Therai. And once the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache, thus gaining the name Thereya. Is the Atma Pramana, which was revealed by Swamiji himself on the. He revealed how he uses the power of body scanning. Paraphrasing his words, only when I had the multiple component quantity in my different organs, it was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems, imbalances had happened, and where balances had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion. Happened through the initiated disciples of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. Brings out of Tao manifested the power of body scanning. And each of you will also be able to manifest these extraordinary Shaktis. So now let us get into the live demonstration of this power. So any of you who would like a body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section and request for body scanning, and we will be doing a body scan for you. Yes, so we have a comment from Pooja Kumar, who has asked for a body scanning of why I have phobia, of fear of cats. You have fear towards cats, and you have the fear of cats. It is actually not a phobia, but you do have lots of fear, and that is actually because of something that happened, an incident that happened in your childhood at around the age of 4 or 5. So you should, the solution that I was able to see was to start consciously breaking it. You don't have to physically go near cats or conscious to break it, but remove that thought current of that, remove that fear of cats from within, and also do the root pattern completion and try recalling, try reliving and reliving, do that process. Just try remembering that incident where you started getting scared of cats when you were it. I'm able to start getting healed, and so this is what I was able to see for you now. And Aina Zavotanzaya has asked, is the hydrogen water which I'm drinking time to time, is it healing for your brain and body? Yes, and now I'll be doing a scan for that. Yes, so Aina Zavotanzaya, I was able to, it is not something bad for your body, but it is not having any there's no, I was able to see that your body is not reacting in a good way to it. And right now it is not creating any major issues or anything. But in the future, as your body changes and the organs get, like as you grow little, can become slightly hard on the body, and it will also, it can affect it. So I was able to see what neem juice is water. You don't need to add soap and keep body completely healthy. This hydrogen water, if you need to or you want to, for just maybe once a week, it is fine, but not a lot. Otherwise, in the future, it can create problems. That was what I was able to see, and that was what Parashakti revealed. So yes, Ma Pooja Kumar has gotten back saying, I'll do a body scan for Ma Lang, and Ma Kshipra Prasad Nithyananda has also asked. So once that is done, we will get to you again. Now I'll be doing a body scan for you. You have asked. Yes, Ma, now I'll be scanning, doing body scan for you. Not exactly fear or anything that is affecting you physically or mentally, but I was able to see that whenever you have any type of feeling that something is going to be bad, or something that you are doing is bad or shouldn't be done, just think, even for normal actions that you do, not necessarily only when you feel this way, but any action that you do, just you should feel from, and if you feel that it is not, contemplate for some time and see, or if it should not be done, you can contemplate for some time, but also see how Swamiji would do it, how, if that situation comes up, how to deal with it consciously and in the best way. So just contemplate for some time, and even if both logically and even if one, even within you feel that it should not be done, you can contemplate and just chant the Mahavakya when you're contemplating, and that will help you feel. Just do this, and you will see that the feeling of something bad is going to happen, or will ask for body scan for your irregular menstrual cycle. Yes, so now I'll be doing a body scan for that. So, Mark Nithyananda, what I was able to see was that actually in your stomach and in your intestine, fluid being like it's like a greenish, that has to, and it's actually due to that, like that is affecting the irregular menstrual cycle. But the solution that I was able to see for that fluid actually has to come out and should be clean. And the solution that I was able to see for this is you should start doing the Panchakriya regularly, and also you should start uh, having lots of hot water for the next at least 2 weeks. Every day drink hot water, and that will help in cleaning and getting rid of the fluid in the stomach and intestine. And start doing Panchakriya more regularly, and that will help in healing you. So this is what I was able to see for you. And Mark will be doing a scan for you. What I was able to see was that you are actually, whenever like a thought current or thought comes like that, you are actually encouraging that thought. So whenever that thought, anything, whether it's comparison or self-hatred, anything negative, any negative thought that comes, at least many times you may not remember, but when you remember, immediately drop it. And even if at that point you don't remember and later you remember, oh, at that mood, just immediately sit at that point and Mahavakya for a few minutes and just complete with that and drop the thought current that's found this feet. And you will see that slowly when you start doing this, automatically those Puja Kumar, Ma Salayan and Mark Nithyananda has gone back saying thank you. Yes, thank you, Mom. And please stay tuned for the next segment. We will now be moving to the next segment of this program about Devi Parashakti. Who is Devi Parashakti? So please stay tuned for this next segment and also the further segments coming. The divine feminine consciousness about who is Devi Parashakti. So we'll be Sindhuraruna Vigraham Trinayana Manikya Mauli Spurate Taranayaka Shekharam Smitamukhim Mapina Vakshoruham Panibhyam Ratna Chashakam Raktotpalam Vibratim Saumyam Ratna Gatastarapta Charanam Dhyayet Paramambikam. And the translation for this verse is: the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body, with the triple eyes sporting a crown of rubies studded with a crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus. And another Dhyana shloka, which also comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana shloka, says: Arunam Karunatarangatakshiim Dhritapaşankuşapuşpabanachapam Animadibiravrita mayukaihi rahamityeva vibhavaye bhavanim. And the translation for this verse is: I meditate on the great Empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion. She holds the noose, the goat, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as anima for rays, and she is the self within me. And Devi